My name's Christy Bryan. I'm the Assistant Director for Undergraduate Advising. We have Suraj here who's going to introduce himself from the diplomats, and then you're here to listen to Doc Acker talk about ETI, and she'll have a little bit of time at the end for questions. Feel free to ask Suraj any questions if you have any for him too, or for anything for advising. But just so everyone knows, this is being recorded and we're going to go till about 7:55, and then I'll encourage you to go back to the main room for any wrap up, and you'll have some time to ask other questions there if you have any other questions.
I can introduce myself. Hey everyone, my name is Suraj. I'm an IST diplomat majoring in IST with a focus in the integration and application option and minoring in supply chain, and I will be graduating this upcoming
May. Great. And I'm Dr. Acker. My students call me Doc Ack. And I am the coordinator for the Enterprise Technology Integration degree. And so I have a little presentation with some info to run through, if that's all right. Share my screen. And here we go. Okay. There. Okay. So sorry about that. All right. Enterprise technology integration. What it is. So it's all these things. All these things, linking individual systems together into a larger enterprise system, okay? It connects behind the scenes or the back end information systems and databases, okay? Key technologies include cloud, databases, data analytics, web, right? Integrated systems provide this holistic software application. Right? ETI is about getting the right information to the right people at the right time through seamless integration of systems, right? So it sounds so logical. What's the big deal, right? It's hard. It's hard to do that. It is hard to do that. Enterprises, companies, organizations, these are synonyms for us, are complex. Right? They're comprised of people, and we know that people are challenging. Right? They're comprised of business functions, and these are all different. They're comprised of business processes. That's how work gets done. It spans all these functions, right? Which are composed of people, right? And information technology is the glue. Right? Integration is like solving a mystery. Right? You have a problem, an organization, a company, an enterprise has a problem it needs to solve, and it turns to you, the integrators, to solve it, to solve the mystery and put the pieces of the puzzle together. So what does that take? It takes IT skills, you gotta have those, and business skills and soft skills. So for the IT skills, right, we've got web platforms. Right? These systems, the way we integrate these systems, the way we link them together, we have to exchange data between systems. Right? So we have to figure out what that needs to be exchanged and how we do it. And we use web platforms to do that. We incorporate cloud computing because cloud computing is used everywhere, right? On-demand delivery of IT resources, storage, infrastructure, software platforms, right? Over the internet. So web applications, web programming, cloud computing, all that involves databases. Databases can be distributed. They need to be managed. Data is probably the most important asset a company has besides its people. Data, right? So you'll learn how to integrate these systems, hook them together, and then how to optimize organizational performance through big data, right? Then you need business skills. Business skills. Why do you need business skills? Well, because integration is done in companies. And companies do things, and you have to understand how businesses function in order to link all these pieces together. So we want you to understand some basics about supply chains and accounting, because this is a prereq for other courses that you would take in business. You could take management, you could take international business, you could take finance, you could take marketing. You have a selection. These you have to take. All these courses are offered through the Smeel College of Business, which is great because I hear they know what they're doing. And if you do things, if you want to, you can complete the entire Smeel certificate in business competency. And I'll get to that in a second. So these soft skills. You know, if we know technology, isn't that enough? I'm really great at technology. Isn't that enough? No, it's not. Not for ETI, it's not. You got to talk to people. You got to work in teams. Working in teams is great fun. Maybe not always as a student when you have slackers, but when you're working in consulting or working in companies, you're working with really good people, and working in teams is fun. You get to build stuff, you get to do stuff, you get to make things work, you get to solve problems. That's a lot of fun. You have to communicate, you have to work together, you have to coordinate your actions, and you get to lead. Well, that's fun. You know, that's fun. Did I miss anything? No, I think I got it. So you also get to specialize, to focus, right? And some of these things, these areas, we've mapped out for you, and we've set up these focus areas already. So if you want to do the business competency, you complete the Smeel certificate. It's another credential when you graduate. You know, it could be good if you're interested in that. Application development, this is our HCDD. If you're interested in app development, you want to learn about front ends, you go there. We've got that mapped out for you. You want to be a cybersecurity, you want to learn more about that. Yep, cyber and SRA is there. Legal and regulatory, we've got something over here. You want to study abroad, international, world cultures, we've got something set up for there. But you can create your own by following a couple of simple rules, right? So where are we now? Careers. How am I doing, Christy? I'm good. couple minutes?
7 minutes still. 7 minutes still.
Okay, great. So great. Careers. Careers make us happy. Careers make everybody happy, right? So consulting careers. Recruiters love our students for IT consulting. They're really going to love our ETI students, right? Because you're going to have some business experience and you're going to have solid technology. We added more technology to the existing integration option. We added more tech, right? You can work in systems integration, you can work in systems development and more. So I went online this morning with my cup of coffee and just pulled up some of these things from some websites. Consulting careers, be a trusted business leaders. You're going to work with data, offer insights to companies, right? Companies are looking to have global consulting services. I think this might be PwC I pulled this from, but our formula is simple. We deliver bold ideas, empowering technology, and meaningful experiences, right? You work with companies in a consulting career. You work for a consulting company that works for other companies, and you get to see a lot. If you work in consulting, you get to see a lot of different companies in a short period of time. I worked in consulting and I can talk a little bit about that.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. I also worked for internal in a company. So anyway, PwC, look, PwC helping companies, working closely with businesses to help them mobilize with what they're dealing with now. And companies are applying technology, right, to these new situations. You never know what you're going to do when you're working in consulting. Each job is different. Drive end-to-end transformation. This is digital transformation, right? Make the new happen now. Right? You gain exposure to working with clients that are the top companies in the industry. So you get to learn a lot in consulting and see a lot. Now, you can work internal in a company, in IT, internally, right? Solutions architect, what do they do? Integration, right? System and process efficiencies, right? Excellent written and verbal communication skills, demonstrated excellence in presenting technical solutions. You got to talk and present, right? You have to understand business problems, apply technology to them, and then convey that. Really fun, highly collaborative team environments, right? We will prepare you for that. Here's a business systems analyst. Deliver detailed functional specifications, looking at workflow, how work gets done in an organization. What are the business rules? What are the interfaces? Complex problems involving technology. As a business analyst, less tech, less deeper technology, more business interface. But there's room, right? Having a solid tech background is really good. Strategy solution, let's see. Integration architect. I pulled these off of Indeed, I think. The integration architect is responsible for, this is the company. You're interfacing, right? You can writing code, data migration, data. So there's a variety. This is just a sampling, right? A simple sampling I got this morning. All right, so entrance to major. I just want to say the only thing that we changed in the first 2 years for entrance to major is this guy right here. This used to be 240 or 242. Now it's just 2:42. Okay, questions? Please ask me questions.
You can use the chat or unmute if you have a question. We've got about 2 more minutes to ask questions before we go back to the main room, so feel free.
A quiet bunch.
Hi. I was just wondering what, like, someone who's starting off maybe like with an internship, what that would look like, what kind of work would be done.
In an internship in ETI. So if you get an internship at one of the consulting companies, you know, the big four or other consulting companies, there's Booz Allen, those consulting companies, Christy is gonna have, maybe Career Solutions is gonna know what those look like a lot better than I do, especially these days.
Yeah, so for the internships, I can send you, I'll put in the chat here, the careers office, and they actually have, based on the major, have a little tool that has a lot of like the internship pieces that students are doing. They would be looking at the integration piece since this is so new, but let me send you the careers office in the chat.
So
and there's another question actually.
Yes. If Aiden asks if I'm currently a sophomore, am I able to get into this major or will I have to do the option in IST major? I would like to say that you could get into this major.
Yeah.
Right?
Work with your advisor. I'd say, yeah, make an appointment with your advisor and let them know. The sooner you do that, you can make an appointment now and say, you know what, I want to do this. What does that look like? And we can map that out with you. It's likely at this point, it's a pretty easy transition. You know,
and I would
definitely make an appointment with your
recommend that.
advisor.
Yeah. I would recommend if you, as a sophomore, if you can get in.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Come talk to us in advising and we can map that out with you. Let me just get this in the chat. And then I think it's about time that we have to switch over, but there's going to be more time for question and answer in the main room. I did put the main room in the chat, and then here's the careers office as well. You can go onto Starfish and make an appointment with the careers team and go in and talk to them about specific internships for ETI.